Ever since I can remember, I used to copy pictures from my children's books, you know, the drawings and paintings. I can remember The Fox and Walt Disney. Robin Hood, I think was the name of the book. It was one of my favorites. I've done a lot of different projects as far as murals. I did several murals in DC, murals here on campus, and working with students. I've illustrated 2 children's books and 1 coloring book. And when I started out, I was mostly interested in trying to make things look realistic. You know, that technical skill, that trying to render, you know, the 3D modeling, do portraiture and things like that. Once I did it, it was sort of, I felt like, okay, I'm bored, you know, I've done that. Now it's on to something new and a little bit more challenging. I have a sort of a broad range of styles, from realism to non-objective. I like fantasy, I like pop art, I like graffiti art, comic books, the mystical, magical realism. I've done work related to women. When I was in grad school, I did a series of works about the different stages that women go through in their life, from childhood to womanhood to motherhood, and being a vessel of life and giving birth and things like that. The painting itself actually is a memorial to my cousin who was a victim of domestic violence. I was living here when I found out. I think it was around 2010. It was during the springtime in March. And I had talked to her like a few days before it happened. So it was really kind of eerie. Whenever I'm upset about something or I need to feel connected with the universe or feel like I'm, you know, not separate, when I feel a part of something and I want to relax and feel calm, I go to nature. And Ediston Gardens is a place that I like to go. So after I found out, that's the first place I went. And that particular tree is a place I've always, you know, been drawn to. It was raining that day. So it's sort of, I cried. I sat by the tree, actually in my car, but parked by the tree, and just sort of wept for a while. And later I came back and took photographs of the tree, and I decided I was going to do a painting. I thought about her and I said, you know, I want to do something to sort of work through these feelings and also to just to honor her. And so it was sort of like art therapy, really. I had a lot of anger, and you know, I was really hurt and I was scared. I mean, it was really traumatic experience for me. And so working on the painting kind of helped me to work through those emotions, using the colors to represent my feeling. In the beginning was a lot of warms, reds for the tree. And the way I applied the paint, I would sort of let it drip down from the top to the bottom as I worked from the top to the bottom. So putting in the leaves and the foliage in the background really loosely watered down so that the paint would drip. And then I let that dry and come back with another layer. The final layer that you see is actually sort of my resolve of my feelings about what happened to her, and sort of putting her in this light of, she's sort of like in a place of, ethereal place of heaven on earth. She's this angelic figure, or the essence of her spirit is here, and she's playing a flute, a joyful song of the divine. You know, that she's in heaven, she's in a better place. And it's sort of, the painting itself is sort of about the transition from life to death.